to FaZe and 100 Thieves now. We do have these last 4 teams fully stocked and ready to go.
Calm before the storm here, literally. No team wants to overextend here. No reason. Black Market called in. Baxon's trying to take a cheeky angle. Is this going to be a call here? No. It's just going to be patience. But look at Gambare Otosan and their position with the team comp that they're running.
Yeah, it's solid here. You can see the fences set up. No doubt they've got some Altix cells in the pocket, I would dare say, just to make sure they can put down the gen whenever they need to. But again, it's the Kraber, it's the Elster. So much access to these care package weapons for FaZe.
So here's the problem. If FaZe commits to a fight against XSET, Gambare will find XSET from behind without having to overextend, and 100 Thieves would easily be able to find a route behind FaZe to go for a flank. So this is why neither XSET or FaZe want to overextend. The catwall does go up. It blocks the vision of Gambare and FaZe. Let's see what they can do.
FaZe look at this from the bottom, but we see XSET. They actually have a lot of the zone to themselves, even if they don't have the high ground. Could be really annoying if they pop up and catch FaZe off guard.
But look at Snapdown and his ammo with the car. He has no ammo. He needs to access his Black Market. I don't know if he just didn't realize it or didn't have the chance with the Black Market, and Baxon trying to take some shots at him before. FaZe now is a lot of trouble. The creeping barrage managing to knock Snapdown in the process.
Okay, 100 Thieves just biding their time. They're waiting as long as they can. That's going to work out really well. XSET, when they had that chance to just backstab FaZe, sure, that works out, but all of a sudden, they go down to 100 Thieves, and we get the final 3v3.
Oh, he wanted to go for that shield swap right now. 2 squads left, 100 Thieves versus Gambare Otosan. They have the Newcastle, they have the Watson. Get down, Mr. President, with the Newcastle wall right there. See just now trying to find the opportunity. They get the first knock on the scoring, make it 2 on Baxon. Only 1 left from 100 Thieves, and Gambare Otosan take game number 1. Another point on the board for APAC North.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Catalyst quagmire down the bottom there. They do have the Valk ult available, though, so they could wait very late and just last minute try and pop that and get up top and, you know, maybe secure a 2nd or 3rd place, just like the olden days. FC Destroy, as you can see, very well set up. They've held this position for the longest time. Generator is there. They've got the castle wall down ready. Not a lot of fences set up, but maybe they're waiting to place those after an EMP. Maybe they just got destroyed. Either way, that's one thing that you have to worry about. That ultimate just destroying some of the defenses and when you have them ready to go.
And that trickles into knowing the hard counters for some of these legends when it comes to those ults too. Noting that you want to hold on to some of those fences if you need the Jenny here too to help you out in certain situations. Catwall does go up for E6 to go in for a rotate. Another catwalk here too. Crazy Raccoon trying to replicate that on the other side just in case. Nades hurtled in their direction. They're still up and alive and healthy, and you can see Parka just waiting for the opportunity to unleash that EMP if he can. But it's about holding it when you have 4 squads left in this lobby.
Northeption looking down upon these other teams. FC Destroy really just taking their time to come out.
E6 can't even get out of that choke point. Northeption is suppressing them so much right now with the 30-30, and Satuki's gonna run away with that. He gets the knock onto Raz. Good luck trying to get that Raz with the circle closing in right behind you. It's just a matter of time before they're funneled into the line of sight of Northeption.
Is FC Destroy on the low?
Jeez. The Skull Piercer, the 30-30, the 1-2 Scooby-Doo here, finding even more kills. Sure, give it to me. On a silver platter, I'll get all the knocks here. If you're E6, you're out. Northeption, they're not even going to move out here. Satuki, knowing that's the final squad, jumps down, but a little too early. He's got some help with the rest of his team. Having to be careful. Look out. Who's hiding behind that Newcastle wall? Who's hiding behind the fence line? Northeption still has Raze, still up and alive, and it's just a matter of time before they take this final game here. Playing off the other side of the Newcastle wall, having to be careful. I like the way that Yuka could do this! FC Destroy! With Yuka being the only one alive!
FC Destroy here, looking for back-to-back wins with great positioning.
The only seer that is left in this lobby right now is Phonyhead. Everybody else, Newcastle, Watson, Crypto, all these cats now. Losing out on Phony though means, as I just said that, there is no more seer currently, and Just like
Get him
there's no
outta
more
here.
phase. Get out of here. 3 more squads left. FC Destroy. Crazy Raccoon. 103 thieves left with Onmu living with a dream.
CR must know there's a rat somewhere in this lobby looking around, but
No way.
Onmu doing a
Parker!
much
Are you
better
kidding me?
job than Pricey of hiding. He doesn't move a muscle.
No way.
Oh my God.
No way. No
He's
way.
in the drone.
No
He's in
way.
the drone.
Onmu is a professional ranked player right now, and he is doing his best. Crazy Raccoon, I cannot believe this. Can you imagine Parka just like there, not knowing?
You could almost call Onmu a master of rat.
This is all the practice and the grind was worth. Forget the scrims. It was my time. Parka falling incredibly low. Let's see how Onmu tries to play this, especially since he's so low on health.
Final ring starts closing in now. FC Destroy in the north. They kept it all to themselves and have slowly moved down. This has given them time and ultimate to make their next play. It means Panota is going to put down the castle wall on the high ground here. This is a great position for him to come in on top of Hammer Drill's bang ult.
Oh, playing around the double cat wall now, being unleashed. One of those cat walls has to be Onmu here
all
too.
burning.
Huge Thermite, huge Dark Star. He knows exactly where they're forced to be funneled. Gets the crack here. Where's the follow from the rest of FC Destroy? They don't want to try to give up the height too much here. Jumping right on top of the piercing spikes. Let's see, Pinote just going to hang out on the high ground. They do get the knock onto Parka.
Onmu is still alive at this point.
Let's see how they play this with Onmu. He's playing for his life on the outskirts. Love being able to tune into what he's doing here. He's got a shield cell. He's got a syringe to also work with. FC Destroy have no idea. They're too busy trying to deal with the fact that they have the advantage with the knock on the other side.
The interception pylon comes out, actually blocks
They
out
still
a
don't
lot
see
of
him.
that bang ult.
Onmu is a ghost. He's a ghost. Living rent free because they know there's a rat, but they don't know where. Onmu's now moving in. Can 100 Thieves clutch this out? They see him. He gets the crack. 3 spots to left. He still gets the knock.
Finally making his move. He knows he has to go in here. All the rares, it's going to provide so much cover from them. He can't get second place. And FC Destroy now going up against Maney, but the Valkyrie player using his VTOL jets to take the high ground.
And this is the benefit, one of the few benefits of having a Valkyrie in the late game is taking this height as quickly as you can, especially if you don't have a horizon, but you can see at the low ground level, you're going to inevitably be forced down.
Just looking for those angles, Maney can't find them, and FC Destroy go back to back.
APAC North showing up in every way.
What a blessing. Now can just focus on placement because there's no way you're getting your team back from that one. GO recently exited the lobby of FaZe, trying to reposition themselves because they are the southernmost point and they have to move. Phony, how are you alive?
Man should be dead. Like it's half a second, perhaps even less, off of him taking the single tick of zone that it would mean.
Good
take
cat
down
wall, but
Phony.
someone else just intersected that. Right, that's a good way to space off, but I don't know if it will help them for the time being as FaZe has found themselves in between 2 powerhouses.
Thermite ready to go. Well, the Pioneers have been gifted by FaZe a rotation into the zone that actually allows them to survive. They've sat underneath the building and relatively safe for now, at least with the help of E6 above them.
Oh, but E6 is going to have to leave this building eventually. I feel like we've seen this zone time and time again, and the team inside the building never makes it out, and I don't want to wish that on Element 6, but in Tropic, this is what about having Watson can allow you to make a space a little bit more playable that might not necessarily be. Even the fences, right? You don't want to go up against him, and it can delay a little bit of visual clutter.
And faith in the game plan change in the drop spot has net 100 Thieves, ultimate height in this next zone. And Tropic, they've got a nice middle ground, but all of this cluster that's going on by Element 6, this is going to result in a lot of teams' deaths, and Element 6 may not survive it even so.
They don't have any ammo. They have at least 1 clip in anything. They've been holding their position for so long, but they haven't been able to get any loot through the mid game. So they have to choose their fight sparingly, but they can't really do that because they have to move, and FaZe is watching them every step of the way.
Very little to poke with, very little to use now, as Catalyst Wall having gone down means that E6 have to exit the building. It's one clip or nothing for them. And 100 Thieves, may I remind you, as powerful as ever, are just playing for space. This is absolutely the correct move for them, bullying other squads that may come up, and with a nice Catalyst Wall down here as well, they manage to continue forcing E6 and FaZe together.
Ooh, Vaxlon, we see you with north of 1,000 damage, but no kills just yet. And KCP faltering to the ring, and now everyone's turning their attention to them. Slayer's going down at the hands of FaZe as well. For E6, with minimal ammo, the low ground, this is not a favoring position. Frexes throws up the wall just to part the seas, and like that, they get a spare inch of cover for snipe down.
FaZe dropping down, though, has almost certainly killed them with Pioneers down. Remember, 100 Thieves are still just waiting for this to kick off, and Tropic know it. They want to push FaZe, but the low ground will just be barely and kinda manages to survive, and it's up to EQ versus 100 Thieves.
Kinda with a shield swap and able to take down the rest of FaZe. Now just needs to play their own life, but Entropic is not gonna let that happen. Kinda will eventually go down. Now we're looking at Entropic versus 100 Thieves. Onmu already down, so a 3v2.
Unfortunately, it's going to come down to a close-range fight with a Bangalore, and I'm sorry, you just don't win those, especially not without a Digi. What looked like an academic finish from 100 Thieves was a rise up from Entropic. Look at the top of these buildings, they're empty. And a big part of this has been oxygen. The fact that they can lay down punish. Oxygen are the ones that need to be dropping onto a roof alongside 100 Thieves, Element 6, perhaps even Crazy Raccoon. But I'm favoring the E6 100 Thieves building.
My issue with Oxygen Esports is they have been here since the dawn of time. They land in Barometer. They haven't been able to regain any loot, but they have gotten 7 eliminations. So now being able to share, they haven't been able to craft bats recently, so they're going to have to take a nice fight, try to get shield swaps and prioritize those and keep moving forward.
And the problem for them is that they don't have a horizon, so giving up this high ground very well may kill them. The drop, the stun that comes after that, especially onto Riddle, will mean a nightmare for them.
Did they just hit the survey beacon?
Yeah.
They do. They're going to have all of the information of where everyone is. They're going to be like, all right, well, there's 3 teams in that building. I don't want anything to do with that one. Or maybe 100 Thieves and E6 occupying that space. Riddle is still down below them. Oxygen's going to have that information because the moment they jump down in front of Riddle, they will get shot in the back. But with so many catalysts in the lobby, burning your wall this early on could be detrimental.
Yeah, Crazy Raccoon, they do it just to keep themselves alive. Having already suffered 1 knock, it's a desperate attempt to reset with the Seer-Ult going off on the low ground. Keep your eyes on Oxygen, as their drop will determine a lot of the way this lobby plays out. They need to be uprooting Riddle, who are currently hid behind smoke and in a place that nobody really wants to fight. Everything from Oxygen, come on down. The evac tower is perfect, and it gets them God spot on the roof.
Oh my god, the biggest IQ play I have seen yet today. Dropping the evac tower, doing a little bit of zip line play and taking the roof just like you had stated. Now they can essentially shoot down fish in a barrel, but FC Destroy on the southernmost side, barely not visible because that catwall, but it will drop down and they'll be looking down the sights at Luminosity.
Riddle's Catalyst Wall allows them time just to pull off a res, but as it now drops, Riddle are exposed once more. 100 Thieves gonna send it onto them at the speed of light. Vaxlon rockets forward, and Riddle Order are out. 100 Thieves next have to face off against another contender, and they'll go down to Oxygen, who jump on them from the roof. 4 squads left. It's time to collect your KP.
Oh, this is the end game that I wanted. I see E6 kinda on the left side, trying to get a piece of the action.
Oh my god, Reeds! Oh my god, Reeds! Oxygen dominate in the final circle. Excellent play off the high ground.
were able to find Dog.
If you actually take a look over at Cascade, you'll remember when Snipe Down called out that his teammates were paranoid about him. You'll notice Snipe Down's not there. Snipe Down's not in Cascade at all. He is wandering the rest of the map. He's actually just out of Oxygen Esports, having been pinged out recently, and is looking for kills on the rest of the lobby. This is very risky. Snipe Down is a solo mission.
Look, sometimes you gotta do it. Sniper, no sniping, right? Just sit down, snipe down. Hey, he is surviving. He's on Bangalore. That passive double time will kick in, and he can insta-smoke if he needs to, but has made it back to his teammates safely, and I can only imagine what they were saying. Like, Snipe, get back here, bro.
No, I got it. They're low. They're low. I can pick up a kill. And you know what? Fortunately, having recognized that wasn't going to be the case, does group up with the squad because they have a fantastic position. A team that absolutely does not, however, is Oxygen. Their end games are fantastic, but this is where we find out whether they can make it when it gets hard.
You were asking what looks like. Can they win a position where they have to rotate out and read? They do have a little bit of cover to work with between the rocks, between the trees, and the trucks. So they can just poke fight with the 33. They go Skull Piercer, though. Maybe they can connect to that. They're already hitting for Flash. LGG bucks down, and we are down to the final 5.
Shots from Thane and recognition that there could be a squad right below them isn't going to be taken down on the way out either, but the cover needs to be there for Reed and Aiden, and Aiden's looking over at Cascade. With the squad right underneath Oxygen, it's so clear that Pioneers are their biggest threat. And finally, Reed's going to pop down to back him up. Aiden will wall off this fight from the rest of the world, and KCP will go down behind closed doors.
Right. Well, we've got Aiden in the kill leader in the lobby. 4 squads remaining. Let's go ahead and drop into a listen with Oxygen and see if they can close it out.
Basically. Let me loot. Stop looting. Come
Hold on. I'm swapping a gun. I need extra time. I'm sorry. I'm taking a long time. Folks.
I can't find heavy, bro. I'm down bad.
Here. Stick.
Alright, go.
Let me loot. And look at the zone.
What am I looking at?
Everything.
Another digi here.
Optics here. Close range. Highlights your enemies.
I'm gonna grab it.
Alright. Some space on the left side. I mean,
Why don't we just play like our side with a wall? Just stall as much as possible.
Yeah,
Let everyone fight. That's what we do.
We can't let anyone slide on our right. I guess. You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think right's as important as left. I'm walking
Left
up on the
doesn't.
left.
There's a lot of teams on left though, is there not?
Everyone's up here.
I need an ulti cell though.
On the roof,
Doctor.
here.
Well,
Doctor.
dead. Nice.
Walling our left side of zone. Walling our left side of zone. Come to me.
I'm coming. I wiped everyone on the right.
Just stare at this wall. I bangled 5. We could just stall.
They queued over. 50.
Call me Saul.
They walled
Can
again.
we play right?
Yeah, we have a lot of room. We have a lot of room.
It's last team. I'm bangleting.
Okay.
Yep. I'm playing
I'm on this right.
over here.
All behind the wall. I cracked
Yeah,
one.
just wait for the bangles to go off.
Play slow. I can cue them. I'm gonna cue them right now.
Already got one.
Push! He's 60 on that guy, Reeds, kill him. 70, 25. I'm swinging this rock.
Let's go on height.
Nice.
Beautifully played there for Oxygen to double down on the back-to-back.
Here as Entropic make their move, the EMEA team towards this endgame. Alliance taking the fight as well, and Alliance seem to be winning it, but Yuki versus Miak, Riddle versus Alliance. Yuki clutches for Alliance, but can he survive?
Gets the shield swap, massive for Yuki, and Alliance will just be able to hold on because no one's going to push them, because now we're going to see everything happen on this northern side.
The important thing here for Alliance, like you say, is that DARKZERO, I'm not sure, have an angle. However, they do find an angle, and Alliance will be eliminated. Entropic keep moving forward here, and the Peacekeeper start to sing.
We've still got 5 teams up here on this northern side, and they're all getting involved with damage. This is where you need to be planning your shield swaps, what death boxes are around, what utility have you got to keep you alive, but also think about that end game. Is the ultimate worth using right now?
Interesting to go back to the point you were making about how much of an impact on this endgame that battle on the southern side of zone was going to be. Well, DARKZERO won it. DARKZERO could completely control the southern side as Gambare Ultrasound are involved in this island battle on the north side. Couple of knocks coming in all over the place for loads of different teams. There's a castle wall as Young Hee puts down the fortress.
A battle at bottom middle of this island, Moist, Entropic, and we're going to see Gambare Ultrasound all going to be trying to win this one so they can survive and own the northern side. But actually, Entropic are just going to make sure they waddle away here, and they do not want to get involved, and that might be the smart plan. Neither team wants to take too much damage. This is such a tough decision to make here.
Moist trying to navigate around the island. Gambare Ultrasound, the only team on that island with them at the moment. Moist Esports, they've been here for quite some time on this platform, holding down. And you can see the comms are certainly starting to pick up in their intensity just from the POV we're watching right now of MT. For now, though, do they take this fight with Geo? Do they try and clear this side, or do they wrap to their left?
Well, Geo are going to go up into the skies, and they're going to try and just survive with a Valkyrie ultimate, as Moist are going to have to push in from the northern side, and they will just watch from the skies as they descend what happens to them as the Dark Veil now goes down to give them the cover.
He's taking a lot of damage though, but the Dark Veil is going to hope that his teammates can hold the line for him. He's going to go down. MT now left on his own. Moist looking like they might struggle to participate, but look who's in zone. It's going to be Aurora, and also on the north side with the Dark Veil, look who's coming. It's DARKZERO.
DARKZERO and Aurora hold two of the best positions at the moment. They're just collapsing onto Geo. They are pinching them. Moist are eliminated. 3 squads remaining. Geo should be the next to go. But where do Geo put their damage? That is what is going to influence the end of this game. 2 squads remain.
It's a 3v3 and Ranches gets the spray. It's perfect from him. That's the opening kill, but it's tied up Malawan. And Cleve trying to clutch up now for Aurora. The Peacekeeper needs to connect, but Aurora finally don't have a contest. And what does it turn into? Riddle Order just caught in this corner at the moment. You would say that they're kind of hoping that something else breaks out that they could take advantage of. Alliance, they have the best lines of sight of everybody, and look at all the equipment they've got as well up on that higher ground. You've got the shield swap, you've got extra batteries down, they've got all the utility you could possibly ask for. A couple of desk boxes being looted, you could see by effect in the build-up to this final battle to make sure that even if they're expelling grenades, which you would imagine from the loot boxes in front of them, they're going to have plenty more to play with come to those final moments.
And a top 3 for both Naked and Riddle Order should be enough to get them towards that winner's bracket. Maybe Riddle Order need a top 2, or if even a victory would all but guarantee it. But it's great to see that these teams are finding this consistency now when they need to in their last group stage games. As here we go, the circle is going to close and start to force some of these squads together now. Riddle Order will hold the outside, and maybe are going to get eyes on it. It's going to really depend on what Alliance choose to do here. Do you drop early, or do you try and force a fight? They are the ones who can play in any way they want. They can take the risks.
So it's going to close behind them though. Digi-threat here for Hackett is going to make these smokes not as valuable as they may have been in a defensive or offensive capacity for the teams who are trying to take them down from this height. Effect also with the Digi-threat himself. Now they just take a second to take the second level of this building. They can have to leave at some point, and it may be made a little bit easier as the carnage will rain down from the skies as the Bangalore ult goes down.
Naked have the protection of the building at the very least, whereas Alliance, they were at least able to avoid a lot of that bombardment that had gone down, and there is a giant wall that Riddle can work with, but it is going to finish on the other side of that wall. But for Riddle, they just want to avoid contact for as long as possible, as now here comes Alliance and the Dark Veil.
Dark Veil goes down. Alliance know they have to swing. They have to try and take this space. Effect gets 1, Effect gets 2. He almost gets them all. As Hackett is now left on his own. Naked take to the skies. They use the grab flip themselves, and surely this is set up for them to take this home.
Should, but it's not always a guarantee when you're against Alliance. Hackett and Yuki as a 2 against 1 here, and it looks like it could still be Alliance's game.
Hackett and Yuki turn the fight on its head, and they put Alliance once again as the team we call champions here in game number 2.
They are unstoppable, it would seem. No other squad seems to match up with them at the moment in these lobbies.
E6 now looking to contribute towards their points total and pushing themselves further and further towards that winner's bracket. LG, hats off to them, by the way they've held this down for so long. Are going to have to deal with Realize, who are on their doorstep right now trying to kick the door in.
It's what I would expect from LG as well, it being the POA that they drop. Now, E6 on top of the building. Let's have a look and see what the comms are like for E6 as they are going to be pushing.
Better pull my side, no, we're not in, we're not in. We're not in.
They're passing in. I'm not sure if it's bottom. I'm silenced right now. It's bottom right now. Okay. Have we got nades or? No nades. Wait. One plant up here. I knocked one.
Nice, good knock.
Nice. One got knocked inside as well. I think we drop here and kill.
Okay.
Okay, I'm coming. 16 is in the knock on me. On me. Put him inside. Go back. Come back.
Going up.
On me. Kill him. I'm whipping, bro. Kill him. Nice.
I'm going up.
Go back up. No, chill down. Put him inside.
Okay.
Drop in. Dropping. Watch your dad. On the back. Yes. Nice. Can we get the cleanest one?
I'm trying to reset.
I'm dropping.
I'm popping a butt.
I got it, bro.
Careful top, careful top.
We find him. Careful in my drop. Get the clean, that shit.
Yeah, let's go.
Go. I'm looking, he's in the room. I'm destroying the spine. Push.
30. That's him. Dead.
Nice. I'm holding up to the get the door. Left.
I'm healing.
They might have traded. Move up.
I'm going.
Keep pushing.
Okay.
Give me one.
Give it there. Custom.
Nice. The part on the left.
No.
This one. They're both one. The armor swaps. They're both sat in this corner. One sat in this corner and one sat in this room here. I'm kidding.
First blocked by the car, Sweeney.
Okay, nice. Good come.
Swinny in the 1v2, E6. They might just do this. He's only got 1 HP. It's got to be perfect, but no, Realize will clutch up. But my goodness, what a wild run.
Furia doing their best to try to stay alive here. It is all wishes and dreams, though, as they find one moment of respite from what was a busy rotation, yet they still have a chance.
It is a miracle that they're even alive right now. And the thing is, Entropic's still alive as well. Both squads that had to evacuate the previous building now coexisting on opposite sides, but Furia continually under pressure as Noctem, who again have their first game with an uncontested POI, have made it into the top couple squads, have made it into an end game, and have the high ground.
Well, you know Noctem may have something to prove here. The entire region, heck, a lot of people online were saying that this team was griefing, that this team was hurting some of their other favorite teams' prospects. But guess what? Noctem says if we just had a spot to land, we might have been doing this all along. They've got one here, and it has worked out to put them in a top 6 situation. Can they, from South America, make a difference here and start their tournament now in this second stage?
And it's a split priority for Noctem because looking at their future rotation, they have to push Moist. Moist is a massive threat, but they've also got to watch their backs with both FaZe and Tropic and Furio needing to rotate up to the RV as well. So as everybody has to move further north, it's Noctem that have to play the most perfect game to make even top 5.
Final round. It's all a minute
They're
and
going.
52 seconds away. Noctem get challenged. They answered the call and drop
my
it.
God.
Sit down. Top 5 for Noctem. Can they make it another one?
My God.
73. Doesn't need a reload. He finishes off off one just like that and knocked him, putting on a masterclass here.
Kings' mechanics have never been in question, but now he's finally got a chance to show them off. One of the fastest squad wipes we have seen in this tournament, and Noctum still retain height, still have a commanding position, and they should be able to harass out this last player. Furia go down in the meantime.
But should be isn't a yes or will be. They have to do it still. Noctum, so much to prove, and yet they are still alive, inching their way. The zone pushing them. Even the zone happens to be an enemy now, losing height. They've got to do it on low ground. Big dark wall. Dark Veil comes out. Noctum avoids the focus of attention just by a hair, but it's going to be up to Kings to do it. It's one worse now with the shield swap. Can he 1v1 onto Waltzy? No, it's Moist who cleans it up, and now FaZe are over in the corner with a commanding position.
And we always knew Moist was dangerous, but who's coming from the other side? Gunbareo Tosan, they're rotating up to take the position that should have belonged to Moist out of APAC South. Now, with Jung-hee down, they've still got a lot of work to do, and importantly, a Caustic in the end zone to do it.
2v2, Moist is still alive though. There's a solo there. What's going to happen? Anybody can win this game right now, but look at Gunbareo Tosan, certainly in command with red Evo shield, but Waltzy is still alive. Phony, Frex, Dogma, Jusna, Waltzy as well. He's down, but he's using just a little bit of health, and it's Gunbareo Tosan with the win!
Another win for Gunbareo Tosan today, and they look good doing it.
To be done, Diaz. We take a look at the overview of where these teams are positioned.
And Tropic, with a really interesting read on this zone, had perfect timing pushing up from the south to take out LG Chivas. And now, looking at where they're going next, they've still got a decent amount of cover. They've got the opposite read to NRG, who have opted further into this small little building without a direct name. Tropic are going to be able to control the lobby, control as much space as possible, and apparently get knuckle clustered in the mouth while doing it, but Fuse isn't going to do a whole lot when it comes to taking down Entropic from this distance.
The beauty of Entropic is they do not have to fight anyone except in front of them. Go Next is the only team there, but as you can see, it is going to be a bloodbath with Moist Esports, Element 6, and NRG. 3 teams enter a room. Only one comes out, most likely. Moist Esports loses already. Nathan, Guild, Sweet, taking a great approach outside the house. If you want to come out of here, we are going to be your first meet and greet for the day. We'll see if they can sign that autograph. I'm not sure if it'll be too easy for them because Sweet has had this covered, and an L-Star in hand with 324 bullets, it is a dangerous proposition to walk out of there.
40 seconds left as well, and with a Sheila available to NRG in just a little percent, they're going to be able to cut off an angle like nobody else, an angle that we know, say for example, KCP will be coming out of on the top floor. Sweet's already moving in and manages to find a little bit of safety for the squad as KCP got bloody on the low ground. He's got a massive flank, pops into the zone,
taking damage though.
Pioneers are out, and Sweet goes down immediately after the zone, as well as Go Next doing the critical tick. Go Next know it's their time. They need to secure second up against a duo that they have created, but DCTZ goes down, NRG go down, and it's time for Eclectic to push. They know there's weakness on the other side, and there's just one team left, and Tropic need to push the high ground, but they've got time to do it. Out to the zone and the gas, and Tropic claim a victory.
KP, but for winning the game, I actually like Aurora's position here. They can see everything happening to them. The only thing they don't have going for them is the Catalyst, and that Dark Veil would be huge in cutting off, slicing this map in half, and forcing teams like Alpha to go up against Dogma and, of course, NRG Sweet to focus them instead of trying to cut across the Dark Veil.
You know what's a really fun tool for forcing teams to do things, though? It's the Riot Trap.
That is true.
It may not be a Catalyst wall, it may not be as big, but you can deter rotations, especially in close quarters like this. They can control teams that are off to the north, like Naked, so much more easily, and focus their attention on Gunbareo Tosan by keeping peak angles denied to Naked. We'll see how they choose to play it out, as it looks like Aurora are setting up shield swaps, and NRG are dropping right out to Gunbareo.
Hey, Gunbareo want a piece of that. They say that looks good. He says, well, guess what? That looks sweet. He goes down, but there's still Gildersons and Nathan trying to survive. 3 squads left here. Aurora is one of them, but Nathan with the shield swap and the win over Gambare. So it's Aurora and NRG who have survived here alongside Pinky, Laika, and Alpha on the southeast side.
This zone closes excruciatingly slowly, but look in the distance. NRG are trying to pull off the mobile res in the middle of all this chaos. They can still push up onto Aurora. Could this be NRG's game, or will it, as you predicted, be in the favor of Aurora? Naked struggle to take it from them, but it is all upstaging what's happening to the south.
Maggie throws the ball down.
Here comes Sweet.
Tries to get a bounce off it. Sweet goes down as well, and Aurora look to face off against Naked. Both of these teams vying for a top 5 finish, but NRG, they're vying for first place, and they're trying to come in and clean it all up.
A stall comes through from Aurora. This Horizon tactical allowing them to jump into the air, avoid a lot of fire. But with NRG back, Sweet has nothing, no weapons, no ammo. He's waiting for the Sheila to come back, and Aurora have gone down. This could be NRG's game, as they've got to take it up against Naked.
Oh my goodness, I know we're looking at Sweet's POV, but I want to see the in-game POV.
Got it.
NRG trying to have the Sheila bring it down. Oh my God!
Let's go NRG! Clutching the win with the Rampart, the mobile res, the Sheila gameplay! Rain Day, I am over the moon!
Bit longer, like 100 Thieves is doing right now. So Northeption, they sort of won the tunnel wars, I suppose, and FNATIC have made their way all the way to the top of the mountain. Will they stay there, though, with 3 squads left?
Ooh, this is going to get interesting. 100 Thieves is surviving where MDY White was. Northeption, though, they are going to take a gander, but I like this. Maybe you take that Trident and they get a little bit more cover, but they're just going to wait here, right? Because if 100 Thieves and NTH fight, this is a free game for FNATIC.
Oh man, look at these positions for 100 Thieves. Literally any tiny ledge they can find, but no, the final round closes and forces them out into some absolutely unplayable positions.
Scurry not going to be able to survive this. Throws the black hole just to try to stop the bleeding, but it's not going to be enough. And now Yuka on your screen here, just as I have arrived. I am here. It is now a 3v3 FNATIC versus Northeption, and honestly, FNATIC's really got a good upper hand, but Taida able to throw down the wall, and if you've got a Newcastle and you immediately start rezzing, it doesn't matter. They are just better in this moment. Congratulations to FNATIC for taking map 1. Can we get some hype here in the Copper Box Arena? Basically, TSM and Complexity are going to be duking it out for second place. Lo and behold, Northeption will be waiting for this engagement.
Waiting and wondering who will be the team they have to deal with.
Satsuki, look at him overextending. He wants to get some angles on this. He wants, you said, all the kills, right? He's just going to go over there, take some pop shots, maybe he can find a down.
They kind of need them. I mean, they're in 3rd place already, so they've secured 7 placement points, but there's still 5 left on the table. 5 points could easily be the difference between them making winners or losers.
I really like what they're doing. They're split, calling in Mobies for space, but just like that, Complexity taken out. So now, a pure 3v3 TSM versus Northeption.
And that's exactly what TSM needed, a very clean fight win here so that they don't get caught off guard by Northeption.
Oh, beautiful third fight there to do some instant damage. The CEO himself able to grab 1 before the trade comes in. Now Reps looking to do some damage with 1 inch of dreams. Now can Big E, that anchor position on the Catalyst, take down Northeption? We would need a 1v3.
Seems like it's a lot tougher ask for Big E and North Eption. 15 points in the first game, a win in the second. They are storming home here in our final series of group stage.
I don't know. I heard them. It's top three. It's top three.
Okay, let's kill them then.
Yeah, go for it. Screw. I stun one. I stun one. Again. What's up, Zero? What's up, Zero? What's up, Zero? Dead. Nice. I'm swinging out. Swinging out. One, two. One stocks. 70, 78. Cracked. 100. On the right. He's one. Chat. Play me. I'm swinging him. Dead.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
And at the moment, Dreamfire are blind because of this Dark Veil as well. This is so tough for watching angles. They have to look at this evac tower, but at the same time, SAF are taking center point on this platform. But FNATIC, they're just waiting. They're hoping that this fight goes down, as almost positions are swapped here by Dreamfire and SAF.
Well, SAF have managed to take the platform away, which means that they will be able to be in the center of that zone for the longest. FNATIC swinging around. They're on top. They're going to try and drop from out of bounds, delay for as long as possible, but at some point they're going to have to fall. Umachan is going to be the player to watch on the Valkyrie. If he can survive, maybe he can do something.
And Dreamfire will just wait inside and they'll poke out at the right time. Caustic gas going to be massive here.
It's an absolute mess, but the Rampart wall might be the difference maker. See, Polar is left on his own here for start of fight. FNATIC have survived. All three of them still alive.
And Dreamfire, they're stuck in. They're going to take a little bit of damage here, and FNATIC could be in prime position.
They're swinging out, though. They're swinging out here, Dreamfire. They want this win bad, but FNATIC, they want it just as much. Yuka, can you do it for APAC North? Takes his time. Can he get the reset? Can he get the heals to win this fight?
Roy, what have you got?
Roy goes in. It's a 1v1 for the ages, and FNATIC win it! FNATIC win it! Yuka with the ice! And APAC North stand up again! TSM eliminated, they are pummeled by Pulverex, and Shumi is not missing with this 30-30 repeater at the moment. They will have to leave, but the good news is they've got that low brought down. The black market means they're going to be booted for this endgame.
Ascender jumping in, they're diving on 100 Thieves here. They want to take this fight. Ascend will lose one though, and that is dangerous because FC Destroy are just north of them, and make it two they've lost. It's just going to be down to Lufka.
Oh, Lufka, there's no way! Oh, Lufka wins it! But how long is it going to matter, as now you're going to see the push come in from FC Destroy. They should be able to finish this off pretty comfortably. They managed to do so, they stay healthy, but where is Pulverex? Where is Pulverex? They're making their move.
FC Destroy versus Pulverex. It's a 3 versus 3. Pulverex had all the information, and remember, they've got all the utility, all the ammo they could possibly want from that Loba ult, the black market. As FD Destroy are a little bit split at the moment. If Pulverex can isolate the northern player, it should be a victory for them. And they've got eyes. They know full well that they're split. They know there is one player isolated at the moment.
Pulverex sat in 14th overall at the moment. Just ahead of them is FC Destroy in 11th. Now you're seeing the push come in. Shunmi, can you hit the shot when it matters? Yes, he can! He'll get the opener onto Pinnator.
And that was it. They just had to find that one player. They found the isolated boy, and now it's about just cleaning up here.
Hamadrill left on an island. Left on his own as Pulverex trying to add another win to their tally. It's a 3v1. I've seen some crazy things in Apex, but I don't think this will be one of them. F-Chan closes it out. Pulverex are your champions. FNATIC down the low ground as well. They're set up for the end game. They're not going to move for as long as they possibly can. TSM slide down above them. They Dark Veil off as well. They want to take this fight with FNATIC right now. XSET clawing onto the side of this structure. Maybe thinking about wrapping around behind the team on height.
I mean, a few more points, a couple more placements, and XSET should be good for winners bracket, I have to say, but they might not know that just yet. In their eyes, it's just a matter of winning so that you can get the most points possible and take those points away from other teams that are around you. Oh boy, this looks scary. It's getting, again, a terrifying factor when we are going to see Sheila a big game changer in these final moments.
Well, XSET know they have to push, and I tell you what, that silence was brilliant. I think it caught 2 or 3 players, meaning no abilities for the team up on height. Sights goes in, he gets the damage down, Fun is down. It's all up to Nocturnal to win it. Does he have to reload? No! MDY White eliminated, and XSET, they stay alive, and they have the gold res as well!
MDY's chances are gone. Pulverix are also taking a fight against Fire Beavers, who still want to give a chance at getting into this winner's bracket. They are sliding up this leaderboard, but they have lost one.
Oh my goodness, TSM eliminated. Orion is down as well. 9 Impulse trying to do it all. He's a one-man army at this point. He's holding everything for Fire Beavers together, and he will not die. 9 Impulse finally down. Fire Beavers out, but look at this! It's XSET when they needed it most up on top.
Fire Beavers do not do enough, but XSET will be in the winner's bracket into the top 2. One more squad to take down. They were the best team in North America in regular season, and they will be in the winner's bracket tomorrow.